Hello there, and welcome to Deep Sleep Science. I'm so glad you found your way here. Take a moment now, just a moment, to let the day settle around you like soft snow falling on a quiet meadow. Allow your shoulders to drift downward gently, the way petals release themselves from a flower at the end of a long, golden afternoon. Let your hands rest. Let your jaw soften. Let your breath grow slow and warm, like steam rising from a cup of tea on a winter evening, curling lazily into the still air. Tonight, we are going to wander together through one of the most quiet and mysterious regions of your own mind, a hidden landscape known as the brain's default mode network. It is a soft, glowing constellation of inner pathways, a place where your imagination wanders, where memories drift like paper boats on a slow river, where your sense of self gently hums in the background like a candle flickering in a window far down a moonlit street. If you find these slow, gentle journeys helpful, you are warmly invited to leave a like and to subscribe to Deep Sleep Science so that more of these soothing stories can find their way to you on quiet nights such as this one. There is no rush, no pressure. Only a soft, kind invitation, like a friend leaving the porch light on for you. Now, settle deeper into your pillow. Feel the weight of your body sink into the bed, like a smooth stone resting at the bottom of a still pond. Let your eyelids grow heavy, warm, and soft. Let the room around you melt into shadow, into hush, into stillness. And as the world outside grows quieter and the stars begin to lean closer to listen, let's begin this slow and soothing journey together into the gentle, dreaming world of the mind. Imagine, for a moment, that your mind is a vast and softly lit cathedral, with arches of starlight and hallways made of memory. Somewhere, deep within this cathedral, there is a quiet chamber that hums even when no one is speaking, even when no task is being done. This is the default mode network. It glows like a hearth in an empty room, warm and unhurried. Tonight, we will tiptoe through 100 gentle truths about this inner sanctuary, each one a small, glowing lantern lighting your way towards sleep. Deep within the soft architecture of your mind, there lies a network that hums quietly when you rest, like a distant lullaby drifting through an old wooden house. Scientists call it the default mode network, but you might think of it as the dreaming garden of the brain. It blossoms when you stop reaching, when you stop chasing, when you simply allow yourself to be. It tends to your inner world the way a gentle gardener tends to moonflowers, opening only when the sun has set and the world has grown still. This network is always with you, glowing softly beneath the surface of your thoughts, like embers banked in a fireplace at the end of a long evening. And tonight, as you sink deeper into your pillow, this quiet network is already beginning to bloom, soft and silver, beneath the warm shelter of your sleepy mind. The default mode network was first noticed by accident, the way one might notice the moon rising while looking for something else entirely. Scientists were studying the busy working brain, expecting to find quiet places where nothing happened during rest. But instead, they discovered a soft, glowing chorus, a constellation of regions singing together when the mind was left alone. It was as if they had peeked into an empty theater, expecting silence, and found a quiet orchestra still playing for the velvet seats. This gentle discovery changed the way we understand the resting mind. It revealed that you are never truly idle, never truly empty. Even in your stillest moments, your mind is humming a soft, secret song. And tonight, as you breathe slowly, that same song is being sung for you, just beneath the surface of your drifting, peaceful thoughts. The default mode network spans several soft regions of your brain, weaving them together like silk threads in an old, beloved tapestry. There is a part along the front, behind your forehead, that watches gently over your sense of self, like a lighthouse keeper tending a quiet flame. There is a part nestled deep in the middle, near the crown of your head, that holds your memories the way an attic holds boxes of old, gentle photographs. And there are quiet regions on the sides, soft as folded wings, that help you imagine other minds, other lives, other shores. Together, these regions form a glowing web, delicate and luminous, like a spider's silver thread catching the early morning dew. Tonight, this gentle web is glowing softly inside you, drawing the world inward, making you sleepy, making you safe, making you warm. When you let your mind wander, the default mode network begins to glow more brightly, like fireflies rising from tall summer grass at dusk. It awakens during quiet moments, during long walks, during warm baths, during the slow blinking of a sleepy afternoon. This is when daydreams float to the surface, soft and shimmering, like koi rising slowly through pond water. This is when memories return to you, gentle and unhurried, like old letters carried by a kind wind. The network does not need your effort. It simply asks you to soften, to slow, to drift. And as you lie here now, breathing softly, your default mode network is rising into its gentle bloom. It is welcoming you home, into the quiet, dreaming chambers of your own mind, where every thought becomes a feather, every feeling becomes a star. Inside the default mode network, your sense of self is woven, slowly and tenderly, like a quilt stitched by candlelight. It is here that you remember who you are, where you have been, and what you love. It is here that the soft narrative of your life is gently spun, thread by thread, into a story only you can tell. This network does not shout. It does not rush. It works the way moonlight works upon a still lake, painting silver patterns without making a sound. And as you rest tonight, the network is gently smoothing the quilt of your selfhood, tucking in the loose threads, folding the corners with care. You are being held, softly, by your own quiet mind. You are being remembered into peace, breath by breath, dream by dream, beneath the soft, listening sky. The default mode network loves the quiet hours. It awakens most fully when the world grows still, when the streets fall hushed, when the lamps are dimmed and the curtains are drawn. It is a creature of twilight, of slow rain, of softly falling snow. It does not flourish in noise or hurry. It blooms in the gentle pauses between things, like wildflowers growing along the edges of forgotten paths. Right now, as your room grows quieter and your breath grows slower, this gentle network is unfolding its silver petals. It is welcoming you into the inner garden of your mind, where time moves like honey and thoughts drift like dandelion seeds. There is nothing you must do. Simply rest and let the garden grow softly around you, blossom by blossom, breath by breath. Long ago, before scientists named this gentle network, poets and mystics already knew it was there. They wrote of the inner sanctum, the still small voice, the secret room within the heart. They described it as a quiet pool, a hidden grove, a candlelit chapel inside the mind. They sensed without seeing that something soft and luminous lived beneath the surface of thought, gently weaving meaning into the long days. Modern science has only recently begun to map what poets have always felt, and yet the network remains as gentle and mysterious as ever, a place of inner moonlight where the soul rests its tired feet. Tonight you do not need maps or measurements. You only need to lie still and listen. The poets were right. There is a quiet, glowing place inside you, and it is welcoming you home. The default mode network is most active when you're not focused on the outside world. It is the soft hum that rises when the busy hands of the day finally fold themselves into your lap. It blooms when you stare out a rain-speckled window, awakens when you watch a candle flame flicker. It glows when you lie beneath a tree and listen to the wind whisper through the leaves. It does not require your attention. It simply asks for your stillness. And as you settle deeper into your bed, as your body grows heavy and warm, this gentle network is rising up like mist over a quiet meadow at dawn. It is gathering you into its soft embrace, drawing you inward, drawing you downward, into the sweet, unhurried hush of sleep. Within the default mode network, time becomes soft and elastic, like warm taffy stretched between gentle hands. It is here that you can travel, in an instant, to a beach you visited as a child, or to a kitchen filled with the scent of bread and butter. It is here that the past whispers to you in colors and textures, and the future paints itself in pale watercolors. The network is a kind of inner time traveler, weaving memory and imagination into one soft, shimmering tapestry. There are no clocks in this gentle place, only the slow rhythm of your breath, the soft beat of your heart. As you rest now, your network is gently turning the pages of your life, like a kind librarian in a candlelit library, choosing only the warmest, softest stories to read to you tonight. The brain has many networks, but the default mode network is unique in its tender stillness. While other networks rush about, sorting numbers, lifting cups, reading words, this one waits patiently in the wings, like a quiet usher in a velvet-curtained theater. It steps forward only when the others rest. It is the keeper of the inner world, the guardian of daydreams, the soft companion of solitude. It does not compete. It does not strain. It simply tends to the gentle inner garden of your mind, watering it with memory, lighting it with imagination. Tonight, as the busy networks of your brain begin to fold their wings and rest, the default mode network is rising to greet you, soft and luminous, like a swan gliding silently across a moonlit lake. The default mode network is closely tied to the gift of imagination. It is the loom on which dreams are woven, the soft hand that paints the inner sky in pinks and golds. When you imagine yourself walking through a forest you have never seen, or sitting beside a river that does not exist, this network is glowing quietly inside you, painting the scene with breathtaking care. It is the artist of the unseen, the gentle dreamer who never sleeps. Even when the world is grey and ordinary, this network is busy spinning soft, golden threads of possibility, draping them gently over the edges of your thoughts. And as you lie here now, your imagination is already drifting, slow and warm, into the soft hills of dreamland, guided by the quiet glow of your inner artist. When you think about someone you love, the default mode network gently warms, like a stove in an old country kitchen on a cold morning. It helps you imagine their face, their voice, the way they laugh, the way they tilt their head when they listen. It allows you to step softly into their inner world, to feel what they might feel, to hold their joys and worries with quiet care. This is the network of empathy, of love, of quiet understanding. It is the part of you that reaches across the room, across the city, across the years, to gently touch the heart of another. Tonight, as you rest, your network is glowing softly with kindness, holding the people you love in a warm circle of light and tucking them, gently, into the quiet corners of your dreams. The default mode network helps you understand stories. When you read a book, or listen to a tale told softly by a kind voice, this network gently constructs the world inside your mind. It builds the rooms, paints the walls, fills the windows with sunlight or rain. It helps you feel what the characters feel, walk where they walk, weep when they weep. It is the inner theater, where every story you have ever loved still plays in soft, shimmering reruns. Tonight, as you listen to these gentle words, your network is building a world for you, a world of meadows and moonlight, of quiet rivers and snow-dusted pines. You are stepping softly into this inner story, where every sentence is a soft footprint and every breath is a turning page, leading you ever deeper into peaceful sleep. The default mode network grows slowly, like a quiet sapling throughout childhood. In tiny children, it is just beginning to bud, soft and tender. As they grow, the network develops branch by branch, leaf by leaf, until it becomes the vast, dreaming canopy of the adult mind. This is why children, when they daydream, often have such bright and unusual visions, why their imaginations leap from teacups to dragons in a single bound. The network is still finding its shape, still painting its first murals on the inner walls, and in adults, the network is a fully grown tree with deep roots and wide branches, sheltering memory and reflection. Tonight, as you rest, your inner tree is rustling its silver leaves softly in the moonlight, whispering ancient lullabies into the gentle hollow of your ear. When you meditate, the default mode network grows softer, quieter, like a candle flame settling after a draft of wind. Mindfulness gently teaches the network to rest, to let go of the endless inner stories, to simply be. It does not silence the network. It softens it, soothes it, smooths its wrinkled brow. Long-time meditators often have a more graceful default mode network, one that flows like a calm river instead of a churning sea. Tonight, you do not need to meditate. You only need to lie still and listen. As your breath slows, your network is already softening, already smoothing, already settling into a quiet pool of inner moonlight. You are practicing the gentle art of rest simply by being here, simply by breathing, simply by allowing yourself to drift into the soft arms of sleep. The default mode network is sometimes called the brain's resting state network, but it is far from idle. It is busy in the way a quiet forest is busy, with mushrooms unfurling in the dark, with seeds cracking open beneath the soil, with owls turning their feathered heads in the moonlight. There is a deep, hidden labor in stillness, a soft and ancient work that only happens when the world grows quiet. Your network is doing this work right now, sorting your day, weaving your memories, tending to your inner garden. You do not need to help it. You do not need to watch it. You only need to rest and trust that something gentle and wise is tending to you, even now, even here, even as your eyelids grow heavy with sleep. The default mode network is connected to the hippocampus, the small, seahorse-shaped keeper of memory. Together, they share stories like old friends sitting on a porch swing at dusk. The hippocampus offers up soft fragments of the past, and the network gently weaves them into longer narratives, into the story of who you are. This is why memories often arise during quiet moments, like fish rising slowly to the surface of a still pond. They are not random. They are gifts, offered by your inner self, carried gently from one network to the other on threads of silver light. Tonight, as you rest, your hippocampus and your default mode network are sharing soft stories, choosing only the kindest memories to tuck around you. Like a warm blanket, as you drift toward the dreamlands. The default mode network helps you make plans, but in the softest, most poetic way. It does not draw lists. It paints futures. It imagines you sitting on a sunlit balcony, sipping tea, listening to birds. Pictures you walking through a forest or stepping into a kitchen filled with morning light. These soft, dreamy plans are seeds, planted gently in the soil of your mind. Some will grow into real days. Others will remain as gentle wishes, rustling in the inner wind. Either way, they are precious. They are part of how you live. Tonight, your network is planting nothing but soft, kind futures, like a grandmother sowing flowers in a moonlit garden. Tomorrow can wait. For now, simply rest, and let the seeds settle softly into the warm earth of your dreaming heart. When you feel deep emotions, the default mode network glows gently, helping you reflect and understand. It is not the source of the feelings, but it is the soft hand that holds them, the quiet voice that whispers, "It is all right. You are all right." It helps you turn raw feeling into soft meaning, The way a kind potter turns rough clay into a graceful, glowing vase. This is the gift of reflection, the gentle alchemy of the inner world. Tonight, if any soft feelings rise within you, let them. Let them drift through you, like clouds across a quiet evening sky. Your network is here, holding them with care, smoothing them softly, turning them into the gentle textures of your dreams. You are safe. You are tended. You are deeply and beautifully held. The default mode network is part of what makes you, well, you. It helps weave the soft, ongoing story of your selfhood, the inner narrative that says, here I am. Here is what I love. Here is what I have lived. It is the quiet author of your inner book, writing slowly, lovingly, with infinite patience. Without this network, the world would feel strangely flat, like a beautiful painting with no frame. With it, every moment glows with personal meaning, like a window lit from within. Tonight, your inner author is gently closing the book of the day, slipping a silken bookmark between the pages and setting the book down softly on a candlelit nightstand. The story will continue tomorrow. For now, simply rest and let the soft hush of sleep wrap itself around you. The default mode network is a great traveler. It takes you, in an instant, from your bed to a sunlit hillside, from your kitchen to a snowy village square. It is the soft chariot of the inner world, drawn by horses of memory and moonlight. You do not need to pack. You do not need to plan. You only need to close your eyes, and the network will carry you. Tonight, as your breath grows slow and warm, your inner chariot is being prepared. The horses are stamping softly in the moonlit stables. The reins are silken, the seat is velvet. Soon, you will be drawn gently across the soft, dark fields of dreamland, past sleeping cottages and silver streams, into the deep, quiet country of sleep, where the stars hang low and the air smells like rain. Scientists once believed that the brain only became active when it was working on a task. But the default mode network revealed a quiet truth. The brain is always glowing, always humming, always tending to its inner world. It is like a great old house with many windows, some lit, some dark, but always alive with soft, golden light somewhere within. There is no such thing as a truly empty mind. There is only the shifting of the lights from one room to another, throughout the long, gentle hours. Tonight, the busy rooms of your mind are growing dim, one by one, like lanterns being snuffed at the end of a quiet party. Only the softest rooms remain lit. And in those rooms, the default mode network is humming a gentle lullaby, just for you. The default mode network is closely linked to creativity. When artists, writers, and dreamers describe the mysterious place where ideas come from, they are often describing this very network. It is the misty inner pond, where new ideas surface like silverfish, the quiet inner forest where stories grow on tall, listening trees. This is why creative people often need long stretches of stillness, of quiet, of seemingly doing nothing. They are not idle. They are fishing, gently, in the soft waters of the inner mind. Tonight, you do not need to fish. You only need to rest. But know that as you sleep, your network is quietly weaving new ideas, new dreams, new soft possibilities. Like a kind tailor stitching silver thread into the lining of your morning coat, the default mode network helps you find meaning. The way a gentle archaeologist finds treasures in soft, sun-warmed earth. It sifts through the small moments of your day, the kind word from a stranger, the way the light fell across the kitchen floor, the soft taste of fruit in the late afternoon. It gathers these tiny gems and arranges them gently into a quiet inner mosaic. This is how your life takes on shape, on color, on warmth. It is not the big events that build you. It is the small, glowing moments gathered with care by your patient, inner curator. Tonight, your curator is gently arranging the day's small treasures, polishing them softly, placing them on velvet shelves inside the gallery of your mind. They will glow there, quietly, as you sleep. The default mode network does not work alone. It dances softly with other networks, like partners in a slow, candlelit waltz. Sometimes it leads, sometimes it follows. It hands the floor to the attentive networks when the day calls for focus. And then, when the work is done, it steps gently back into the spotlight, taking up its quiet song again. This dance is endless and graceful, woven into the very fabric of your waking life. Tonight, as the world grows still, the dance grows slower still. The other networks bow politely and retire. Only the default mode network remains, swaying softly in the moonlight, humming its gentle tune. And you, dear listener, are the soft music it dances to, the quiet melody of breath and stillness and sleep. The default mode network is sometimes called the wandering mind network because it loves to roam. It is the gentle wanderer of the inner landscape, walking soft paths through orchards of memory, across meadows of imagination, into valleys of quiet reflection. It does not hurry. It does not seek a destination. It simply walks in slow, peaceful steps, gathering soft impressions like wildflowers along the way. Some people worry about a wandering mind, but in truth, it is one of the loveliest gifts of being alive. It is how we dream. It is how we wonder. It is how we find ourselves at last. Tonight, as your body grows warm and still, your inner wanderer is setting off on a soft evening walk, lantern in hand, humming a gentle tune, leading you into the quiet hills of slumber. The default mode network has been studied with gentle machines that listen to the brain's soft humming. Scientists watch as different regions glow together, then fade together, like fireflies blinking in unison across a summer field. They have found that this network has its own slow rhythm, its own quiet pulse, like the breathing of a sleeping forest. It is a rhythm you cannot hear, but you can feel it, somewhere deep inside, in the soft cadence of your own resting body. Tonight, your network is pulsing softly, gently, in time with your breath, in time with your heart. It is the inner metronome of your dreaming self, keeping a slow, sweet rhythm as the night unfolds. You do not need to count the beats. Simply rest, and let the rhythm carry you onward. When you remember a dear friend you have not seen in many years, the default mode network gently lights up, like candles on a long banquet table being lit one by one. It paints their face in soft watercolors, conjures the sound of their laugh, the warmth of their hand. It is the keeper of your gentle ghosts, the soft library of every person you have ever loved. Tonight, somewhere inside you, this library is glowing softly. Old friends and dear ones rest peacefully on the shelves, in books bound with velvet and silk. The librarian walks the aisles with a candle, smiling softly, dusting the spines, reminding you that no one you have loved is ever truly far away. They live, gently, in the quiet rooms of your default mode network, waiting in the soft, golden light. The default mode network helps you imagine what others are thinking. This soft skill is called theory of mind, and it is one of the most beautiful gifts of being human. It allows you to wonder what your grandmother might be doing right now, or to picture a stranger's quiet evening in a faraway city. It connects you, gently, to every other dreaming soul on the planet. Tonight, somewhere out there, another sleepy listener is drifting towards sleep. just like you. And somewhere inside you, your network is gently aware of this, weaving you both into the soft, invisible tapestry of human kinship. You are not alone. You have never been alone. The world is full of quiet, glowing minds, all sinking softly into the same warm sea of sleep, beneath the same kind moon. The default mode network is dimmer when you are deeply focused on a task, like a candle covered briefly by a gentle hand. But the moment you finish, the moment you set down the book or close the door, the candle returns, soft and steady. It does not scold you for ignoring it. It simply waits, patient as a snowfall, ready to bloom again the moment you grow still. This is the gentle nature of the network. It is never demanding, never insistent. It is the kindest part of your mind, always willing to wait until you're ready. Tonight, you are very ready. The day's tasks are done. The candle is uncovered. The soft glow is returning. And in its golden light, you are slowly, peacefully, drifting into the warm, dreaming arms of sleep. The default mode network has been compared to a great inner ocean, vast and luminous, holding every memory, every thought, every dream you have ever had. Most days, you only see the surface, the small waves of conscious thought, but the network is the deep water beneath, the wide, quiet sea where everything you are floats gently, like glowing jellyfish in the dark. Tonight, as you rest, you are floating in this inner ocean. The waters are warm. The current is slow. The stars above the water shine softly, like lanterns hung from the masts of distant ships. There is nothing to fear. The ocean is yours. It has always been yours. And it is holding you now, gently, lovingly, as you drift toward the gentle shores of dreamland. The default mode network often becomes more active in the slow hours of evening, as the world grows quiet and the lamps are lit. It is a creature of dusk, of long shadows and soft golden light. It loves the hour when birds settle into their nests, when cats curl up on warm windowsills, when kettles begin to sing in quiet kitchens. It is the network of the gentle hour, the soft hour, the hush before sleep. Right now, this is the hour you are in. Dear listener, the kettles are singing. The birds are nestling. The cats are curling. And inside you, the network is glowing brighter, softer, deeper, like a hearth fire as the evening grows long. Lean into it. Let it warm you, slowly, completely, all the way down to the soles of your sleepy feet. The default mode network is a quiet companion to your inner voice. It is part of what allows you to think in words, to have soft conversations with yourself, to hear the gentle narrator of your own life. This narrator is not loud. It does not lecture or scold. It simply tells you, softly, what you are seeing, what you are feeling, what you are remembering. It is the kind storyteller of your inner home. Tonight, the narrator is growing sleepy too. Its words are slow and dreamy. Its sentences trail off, softly, like the last lines of a bedtime story. Soon, the narrator will hush altogether, and only the quiet hum of breathing will remain. And then, gently, the dreams will come, painting their soft pictures on the walls of your mind while you sleep. The default mode network is sensitive to kindness. When you receive a soft word, a warm hug, a gentle smile, the network glows with quiet warmth, like a fireplace responding to a fresh log. Kindness is its favorite kind of fuel. It uses these gentle gifts to soften your inner landscape, to plant flowers in the gardens of memory, to set candles in the windows of your soul. Tonight, recall, if you can, one small kindness from the day or week behind you. A smile from a stranger. a kind word from a friend, a small, gentle act. Hold it softly in your mind. Let your network glow with it. Let the warmth spread, slowly, through every corner of your sleepy body. And let the kindness rock you, gently, into the long, peaceful arms of sleep. The default mode network helps you imagine the future, but in soft, dreamy ways. It is not a strict planner. It is a gentle dreamer, painting tomorrow in pale watercolors, sketching next week in soft pencil. It loves to imagine you happy, you peaceful, you wrapped in moments of small, glowing joy. It does not always get the future right. Of course, life is far too mysterious for any inner painter to predict perfectly. But the dreams are still beautiful, still warm, still kind. Tonight, your network is softly painting tomorrow as a gentle day, full of small, lovely moments. A warm cup, a soft breeze, a kind voice. You do not need to believe these paintings completely. Simply let them comfort you. Let them tuck you in, like a quilt sewn from quiet, hopeful threads. The default mode network has been linked to gratitude. When you remember the small blessings of your day, the network gently glows, like a chandelier lit one bulb at a time. The cup of tea that warmed your hands, the patch of sunlight that fell across your floor, the voice of someone you love. Each of these, when remembered with care, lights another soft bulb in the inner ballroom of your mind. Tonight, the chandelier is quietly aglow. The ballroom is softly lit. There is no party, only a gentle, peaceful hush. And you, dear listener, are the honored guest, lying still upon a velvet cushion, breathing slowly, smiling faintly, letting the warm light of gratitude rest gently upon your closed eyes, until at last the chandelier dims and sleep arrives. The default mode network is closely connected to a soft inner sense of purpose. It helps you remember what matters, why you love what you love, why you keep going. This sense of purpose is not loud. It does not shout. It is a small, steady flame, like the pilot light in an old gas lantern. It glows quietly inside you, even when you have forgotten about it, even when the world has grown dim. Tonight, you do not need to think about purpose. The small flame is glowing without your effort. It is enough. It will be there in the morning, waiting for you, patient and warm. For now, simply rest. The flame does not need tending. It only asks that you sleep, deeply and softly, in its warm, glowing light. The default mode network has different rhythms in different people. Some have networks that flow like quiet rivers, soft and steady. Others have networks that swirl like autumn leaves, full of color and motion. Neither is better. Neither is worse. They are simply different shapes of the same gentle song. Your own network has its own unique rhythm, woven from the threads of your life. It is yours alone, beautiful and soft, like a fingerprint made of music. Tonight, your network is humming its own particular tune. You do not need to know the melody. Your body knows it. Your breath knows it. Your sleeping mind knows it. And as the song plays softly inside you, it is rocking you, gently, like a small wooden boat on a still, moonlit lake. The default mode network grows wiser with age, like a quiet old library that has gathered more books year by year. Older minds often have richer, deeper inner worlds, more memories to wander through, more stories to tell. The network does not grow weaker. It simply grows softer, more thoughtful, more layered. It is like an old garden, with deep roots and tall, graceful trees. Tonight, no matter your age, your inner library is open. The books are soft. The shelves are warm. The reading lamp is dim and golden. You may walk among the shelves in your dreams, choosing whichever book you like, opening to whichever page calls to you. The librarian is kind. The chairs are deep, and sleep is waiting in the velvet armchair by the window. When you write in a journal, the default mode network gently glows, helping you turn the soft chaos of the day into a gentle inner narrative. The pen becomes a small wand. The page becomes a quiet meadow. Each word is a flower planted, slowly, in the soft soil of self-understanding. Journaling is one of the kindest gifts you can give to your network, like watering a quiet garden at the end of a long day. Tonight, you do not need a journal. The very act of listening, of resting, of breathing, is its own quiet kind of journaling. Your network is gently writing the day onto the soft pages of your inner book, one slow word at a time. And when the page is full, the book will close, softly, and sleep will arrive. The default mode network is sometimes most beautiful when it is gently coaxed by music. A soft melody, a slow piano piece, a gentle voice singing far away. All of these can stir the network into a soft, glowing dance. Music finds its way into the inner rooms, lighting candles, opening velvet curtains, inviting memories to step into the moonlit hall. Tonight, the music of the world is fading, but the music of your inner self plays on, soft and unhurried. Your breath is the bass note. Your heartbeat is the drum. Your gentle thoughts are the piano keys, struck softly by some kind, invisible hand. Together, they make a lullaby just for you, playing in the inner concert hall of your mind, while you, the only listener, drift slowly towards sleep. The default mode network is connected to your sense of belonging. It helps you feel rooted in your family, your community, your beloved places. It carries the soft maps of your homes, both the ones you live in and the ones you carry within you. When you think of your favorite chair, your favorite tree, your favorite path, the network glows with quiet recognition, like a lamp turning on in a window you have always loved. Tonight, somewhere inside you, all the homes of your life are glowing gently. The kitchens are warm. The hallways are softly lit. The doors are unlocked, but no one is coming or going. Everything is still. Everything is yours. And you, dear listener, are the soft, sleepy heart of all these homes, breathing gently, drifting deeper into peace. The default mode network has a special relationship with daydreams. Daydreams are not the wasteful drift that the busy world sometimes calls them. They are soft golden bubbles rising from the inner ocean, full of color and possibility. They are how the mind plays, how it stretches, how it gently practices being many different selves. Children daydream constantly, and adults still do, even when they think they don't. Tonight you are entering the gentle realm where daydreams and night dreams meet. Your network is blowing soft bubbles one after another, each shimmering with rainbow light. They rise gently into the dark, lifting with them your sleepy thoughts, your quiet wishes, your tender hopes. Watch them softly as they rise until at last you are floating among them, weightless, warm, asleep. The default mode network is one of the most expensive networks in the brain. In terms of energy, it uses a great deal of soft, gentle fuel, even when you are at rest. This is why your brain stays warm and lively, even in the quiet hours. The network is always burning a soft, inner candle, always tending its inner hearth. But you do not have to feed it. Your body does it gently, automatically, the way an old grandfather clock keeps time without being asked. Tonight, your inner candle is burning low and golden. There is plenty of fuel. There is plenty of warmth. The clock ticks softly. The hearth glows, and you, dear listener, are sinking deeper into your pillow, into your blanket, into the soft, slow lullaby of your own quiet, glowing mind. The default mode network has been linked to the experience of awe, that soft, breathtaking feeling you get when you see a sky full of stars or stand at the edge of a great forest. It is the network that lets you feel small in the most beautiful way, the way a candle feels small in a great cathedral. It opens you gently to wonder. Tonight, somewhere inside you, this quiet sense of wonder is glowing. You are part of a vast, mysterious universe lying in your soft bed beneath an unimaginable sky. Galaxies wheel slowly above you. Trees breathe softly outside your window. Oceans whisper on distant shores. And you, in your warm, sleepy bed, are part of all of it. You belong here. Always. And it is safe, now, to rest. The default mode network helps you understand the soft idea of yourself across time. It connects the child you were to the person you are now, and to the elder you may someday be. These selves are not separate. They are stitched together by the network, like beads on a long, glowing string. Each bead is a year. Each bead is a memory. Each bead is a self, soft and beloved. Tonight, somewhere inside you, this string is being lifted gently from a velvet drawer. The beads catch the candlelight. They glow softly, in pinks and golds and silvers. You are all of them. You always have been. And tonight, the string is being set down, carefully, on a soft pillow, where it will rest, quietly, beside you, while you sleep. The default mode network is part of how you create your sense of home in the world. It helps you map not only the rooms you live in, but the soft inner rooms of comfort and familiarity. A favorite mug, a favorite blanket, a favorite chair. These small things become anchors in your inner harbor, gentle places where the boat of your soul can rest. Tonight, you are surrounded by these anchors. Your blanket is warm. Your pillow is soft. Your bed is a small, gentle harbor, safe from the wind and the waves. Your boat is moored. Your sails are folded. The lighthouse on the shore is glowing softly. And inside the lighthouse, the keeper, who is your kind, sleepy mind, is already nodding off, ready to dream beneath the stars. The default mode network softens during quiet contact with nature. A walk in the forest, a moment beside the sea, a few minutes spent watching clouds. All of these allow the network to slow and breathe. Trees and water and sky speak in a language the network deeply understands, a language of slow rhythms and soft colors. Tonight, in your imagination, picture a quiet forest path. The light is dappled. The leaves are whispering. The air smells of moss and rain. You are walking slowly, slowly, with no destination. Your network is glowing softly with the green light of the trees. Each step is slower than the last. Each breath is deeper. And by the time you reach the end of the path, you are already asleep, somewhere soft and dreaming. The default mode network is sometimes called the self-referential network because it is so connected to your sense of self, but it is also a generous network. It uses the same warm light to think about others, to imagine their lives, to feel their joys and sorrows. The self it tends is not selfish. It is woven from the threads of every connection you have ever known. Tonight, your sense of self is gently aglow, but it is not alone. It is surrounded, softly, by the lights of every dear one in your life. Together, you form a small, glowing constellation, twinkling gently in the dark sky of the world. The constellation is at peace. The stars are sleepy, and one by one, they are dimming, softly, into the long and gentle night. The default mode network is shaped by every story you have ever loved. Books, films, songs, all the gentle tales that have moved you, leave soft impressions on the network, like footprints on a beach. You carry these stories with you, tucked into the inner pockets of your mind, ready to comfort you when needed. Tonight, somewhere inside you, all the soft stories of your life are gathered around a small fire, like old friends. They are not telling tales. They are simply sitting, quietly, watching the flames. The fire crackles softly. The night is warm. And you, dear listener, are the smallest one in the circle, leaning against a warm shoulder, listening to the gentle sound of breathing, falling, slowly, into the deepest, softest sleep, halfway through our long, quiet journey together. The default mode network is woven through with what scientists call midline structures, gentle pathways running like a soft river down the center of your brain. These midline regions are like the spine of an old, beloved book, holding the pages of your inner self together with quiet care. They are the steady current beneath the shifting surface of thought. Tonight, this gentle river is flowing slowly inside you, carrying your day, your memories, your soft hopes, downstream into the quiet sea of sleep. You are floating on this river now, on a small wooden raft lined with cushions and warm blankets. The water is dark and gentle. The stars above are soft. There is nothing to steer, nothing to chase. The river knows the way, it always has. And it is carrying you, slowly, softly, toward the gentle harbor of dreams. The default mode network is closely tied to a region called the precuneus, a soft, hidden area near the back and top of your brain. The precuneus is sometimes called the inner eye, because it helps you picture yourself from the outside, to see yourself the way a kind friend might. It allows you to step back, gently, and view the soft landscape of your own life. Tonight, your inner eye is dim and dreamy. It is not searching, not analyzing. It is simply gazing, with quiet love, upon the small, sleepy figure of you resting in your bed. It sees you with great kindness. It sees how far you have come. It sees how gently you are breathing now. And it is whispering, softly, rest. You have done enough. Rest, and dream, and drift. The default mode network has many friends, but one of its closest companions is the medial prefrontal cortex, a soft region just behind your forehead. This area helps you reflect on your own thoughts and feelings, like a quiet philosopher walking slowly along a riverbank. Together with the rest of the network, it weaves the soft tapestry of self-understanding. Tonight, the philosopher in your mind is putting down his books. He is folding his small wire glasses. He is walking slowly back to his cottage, where a warm fire is crackling and a kettle is whistling softly. He will return to his thinking tomorrow. For now, he is settling into a deep velvet chair, closing his eyes and listening to the gentle rain on the cottage roof. And you, dear listener, are settling, just as softly, into sleep. The default mode network is one of the most studied networks in modern neuroscience, but it remains beautifully mysterious. The more researchers learn, the more they realize how vast and gentle this inner world is. It is like exploring a great old garden, where every path leads to another path. Every fountain reflects another sky. There is always more to discover, always another soft corner to find. Tonight, you do not need to discover anything. The garden is yours, and it is yours simply to rest in. Find a soft bench beneath a flowering tree. The petals fall slowly around you, pink and gold. The fountain sings softly. The garden gates are closed for the night. No one will disturb you. The garden will tend itself as it always has. And you, dear listener, can simply rest among the flowers while sleep arrives. The default mode network glows differently when you're happy than when you're tired or sad. In moments of soft joy, it shines with a kind of golden brightness. lighting the inner rooms with warm light. In quieter moods, dip dims, becoming a soft silver, like moonlight through a paper screen. Both kinds of light are beautiful. Both are needed. Both belong to you. Tonight, your network is glowing in the soft silver of sleepiness, the most peaceful light of all. It is not the bright gold of laughter, nor the grey of sorrow. It is the gentle silver of resting, of letting go, of trusting the night. This silver light fills every room of your inner home, softening every edge, warming every corner, carrying you gently into the long, dreaming hours of the night. The default mode network is connected to the way you experience time. When the network is busy, time can feel stretchy and soft, like warm caramel. Hours can pass in what feels like minutes, and minutes can stretch into something timeless and dreamy. This is why daydreaming, reading, and quiet contemplation often feel like stepping outside of ordinary time. Tonight, you are stepping outside of ordinary time too. The clock on the wall is ticking, but it does not matter. The minutes are stretching, softening, melting like wax beside a warm flame. There is only this breath, and this one, and this one. There is only the soft now, where sleep is gathering around you like quiet snow. There is no rush. There is no schedule. There is only the gentle drift toward dreams. The default mode network is sometimes called the task-negative network because it grows quieter when you take on a task. But the name is gently misleading, for the network is not negative at all. It is simply patient, content to wait until the busy moments pass. It is the part of you that knows when to rest, when to dream, when to let the soft inner world unfold. Tonight, no tasks are calling you. No bells are ringing. No emails are blinking. The world is silent, and so the network has no need to step aside. It is fully present, fully glowing, fully tending to the gentle hum of your inner life. It is your companion now, in the long, soft hours of the night. It is humming you a lullaby, made of moonlight and hush and breath. The default mode network is woven through with quiet electricity, soft electrical whispers traveling between regions like fireflies passing messages in the dark. These whispers are slow and rhythmic, rising and falling like the soft breathing of a sleeping animal. Scientists can listen to these rhythms with gentle machines, and what they find is a kind of music, a quiet symphony playing inside every resting mind. Tonight, your symphony is playing softly. The strings are gentle, the horns are muted. The conductor is sleepy, raising her wand only to keep the slow, peaceful tempo. The audience is empty, save for one small candle burning at the back of the hall. And in the silence between the notes, you are sinking deeper into your bed, deeper into your blanket, deeper into the soft, dreaming hush of sleep. The default mode network is part of what allows you to feel a sense of self-continuity. The soft understanding that you are the same person who woke up this morning, who lived through last summer, who will likely wake up tomorrow. This sense of continuity is gentle and reassuring, like the steady flame of a candle that does not flicker. It is part of why life feels meaningful, why memories feel precious, why tomorrow feels possible. Tonight, this candle is burning quietly inside you. It does not need to be tended. It will not go out. It is the soft, ancient flame of your continuous self, glowing gently in the inner shrine of your mind. As you sleep, the flame will keep watch over you. And in the morning, it will still be there, glowing softly, welcoming you back to yourself. The default mode network is not isolated to humans. Other animals appear to have soft versions of it too. Cats curled in patches of sunlight, dogs dreaming on hearth rugs, elephants standing quietly in tall grass. All may have their own gentle inner worlds, their own soft daydreams. The dreaming mind, it seems, is a gift shared widely across the soft, breathing world. Tonight, somewhere on the planet, a sleeping dog is twitching in a dream of running. A cat is purring as it dreams of warm sunbeams. A horse is standing quietly, eyes half closed, in the soft hush of a stable. And you, dear listener, are joining them, joining the great, sleepy chorus of all dreaming creatures. The earth dreams together tonight, breathing slowly, softly, like one vast, peaceful living being. The default mode network is gently shaped by sleep itself. The deeper you sleep, the more the network smooths and reorganizes, like a quiet gardener tidying the paths of an inner garden after a long day. Sleep is the network's favorite time, its gentlest work. Without sleep, the paths grow tangled. With sleep, they are smoothed, swept, lined again with soft flowers. Tonight, the gardener is preparing to begin her work. She has hung her lantern on a low branch. She has rolled up her sleeves. She is humming softly to herself as she chooses her tools, gentle ones, made of moonlight and patience. Soon, she will begin to walk the paths of your inner garden, smoothing them, softening them, until every flower stands tall again. Sleep is on its way. The garden is ready. The default mode network helps you create the soft, ongoing inner monologue that many people experience as their own private voice. This voice is not a stranger. It is you, speaking to yourself the way an old friend speaks to themselves while making tea. It tells you what you're seeing, what you are wondering, what you are remembering. Tonight, this voice is growing quieter. It is not stopping, just softening, like a person speaking from far down a long, carpeted hallway. Soon, the voice will be only a whisper, then only a breath, then only a soft hush, then only sleep. You do not need to follow it. You do not need to listen carefully. Simply let the words drift past, like leaves on a gentle stream, and let your mind grow soft and silent. The default mode network is more than a single network. It contains soft sub-networks, gentle sister networks, like rooms within rooms in an old beloved house. Each sub-network has its own quiet specialty. One tends to memory, one tends to imagination, one tends to thoughts of others. Together they form a soft inner family, working in gentle harmony, like a household where each person has their own kind task. Tonight this inner family is settling down for the night. They are gathering in the warm parlor. The fire is glowing, the cocoa is warm. They are murmuring softly to one another, telling small stories, laughing gently. Soon they will all yawn at once, set down their cups and drift off to their soft candlelit rooms. And you, the master of the house, are drifting off too, into the deepest sleep. The default mode network has been studied in monks who meditate for many hours a day. Their networks become beautifully smooth, like polished river stones, calm and unhurried. They have learned to gently quiet the inner storyteller, to rest in the soft space between thoughts. You do not need years of meditation to taste a little of this peace. Even a few slow breaths can begin to smooth the network, like rain smoothing the surface of a pond. Tonight, your breath is doing this gentle work for you. Each soft inhale, each slow exhale, is smoothing your inner pond until the surface grows still as glass. The reflection of the moon appears upon it, full and silver. The pond is calm. The mind is calm. And you, dear listener, are slipping softly into sleep. The default mode network glows during the soft moments before sleep, when you are lying in bed but not yet dreaming. This is the threshold realm, the gentle border country between waking and sleeping. The network paints soft pictures upon the inside of your eyelids, fragments of memory, hints of dream, like faint frescoes glimpsed by candlelight. Tonight, you are standing in this threshold realm now. The world of waking is behind you, fading like a soft mist. The world of dreaming is just ahead, glowing like a small village at the edge of a meadow. You walk slowly toward the village. The path is soft beneath your feet. The lanterns in the windows glow warm and golden. The village is welcoming you home. And as you cross the soft threshold, sleep wraps you in her gentle, silver shawl. The default mode network is sometimes more active in people who write and create. The inner storyteller, the inner painter, the inner songwriter, all rest within this soft network. It does not mean creative people are different. It only means they have a particularly close friendship with this gentle inner world. Anyone can grow this friendship with rest, with quiet time, with gentle attention. Tonight, you are tending this friendship simply by lying still and listening. The inner storyteller in you is being heard. The inner painter is being honored. The inner songwriter is being given a quiet stage. They are all bowing softly and stepping back into the wings, where they will rest until tomorrow. The lights in the inner theater are dimming. The audience has gone home. And you, dear listener, are slipping into the deepest, softest sleep. The default mode network softens beautifully when you spend time around water. Rivers, lakes, the sea, the rain, all speak to the network in a gentle, ancient language. The sound of water seems to whisper, "It is all right." Everything flows. Everything finds its way tonight in your imagination. Picture a small, slow river running near your bed. Its water is dark and gentle. Its banks are lined with soft moss and small, glowing flowers. The river is moving slowly, ever so slowly, carrying nothing but the moonlight on its back. As you breathe, the river breathes too. As you grow sleepy, the river grows sleepy. And by the time the moon has fully risen, you and the river are both asleep, side by side, dreaming the same soft, silver dreams. The default mode network is connected to the way you experience the small, beautiful details of life. The shape of a leaf, the curl of steam from a cup, the way light falls across a wooden floor. These small details are not trivial. They are how the network builds the soft scaffolding of meaning in your life. Tonight, recall, if you can, one small, lovely detail from the day or week behind you. The way someone's hair caught the light, the way a song made you pause, the way the sky looked at dusk. Hold this detail softly in your mind, like holding a small candle. Let it glow there, warm and gentle. Let it tuck itself, slowly, into the inner gallery of your mind, where it will be remembered kindly while you sleep. The default mode network is part of how you experience kindness toward yourself. Self-compassion, soft inner gentleness, the way you might tuck a child into bed. All of these can be found within the warm rooms of this network. It is the part of you that knows, deep down, that you are worth tending to, worth loving, worth resting. Tonight, let this part of you speak softly. Let it whisper kind words to the sleepy you, the way you might whisper them to a beloved friend. You did your best today. You are safe now. You are allowed to rest. Let these words drift through you like warm water through soft sand. Let them settle into every tired corner, and let them rock you, gently, into the deepest, kindest sleep you have ever known. The default mode network has been linked to the soft skill of empathy. It allows you to feel, faintly but truly, what someone else might be feeling, the way you might feel the warmth of a fire just by sitting near it. This is one of the kindest gifts of the network, this ability to extend your inner world outward, to share warmth across invisible distances. Tonight, somewhere in the world, someone is also lying awake, drifting towards sleep, just like you. Send them, softly, a small kind thought, a wish for peace, a wish for warmth, a wish for sweet dreams. Your network is glowing as you do this, sending out small, soft lights into the night, like lanterns released onto a wide, quiet river, drifting gently toward the dreaming distance. The default mode network changes throughout your life, like a slowly growing tree that adds new rings each year. In youth, the network is bright and lively, sometimes a little wild, full of fast daydreams and quick imaginings. In adulthood, it grows steadier, deeper, more layered. In old age, it grows wiser still, full of long memories and gentle reflections. Each version is beautiful. Each is yours. Tonight, no matter the season of your life, your network is exactly where it needs to be. It is doing its quiet work. It is tending its inner garden. It is humming its soft song. The tree is rooted. The leaves are rustling. The branches are reaching up to the soft, listening sky. And in the shade of this great inner tree, you are falling, softly, into the deepest sleep. The default mode network gently holds your sense of place. It carries within it soft maps of every home you have lived in, every room you have slept in, every street you have walked down regularly. These maps are not flat. They are textured, scented, lit by particular kinds of light. They are alive in the way memories are alive. Tonight, somewhere inside you, all these soft maps are glowing gently, like a great atlas opened by candlelight. The pages turn slowly. The roads gleam in pale silver. The houses glow in pale gold. You can wander any of them in your dreams, if you wish, or you can simply rest, knowing the atlas is there, knowing every place that has ever been home is still inside you, warm and waiting, while you sleep. The default mode network is sensitive to gentle touch. A soft blanket, a warm hand, the brush of a cat's fur, all of these can soothe the network, the way warm rain soothes a thirsty garden. Touch is one of the kindest languages your body knows, and the network listens to it deeply. Tonight, feel the soft texture of your blanket against your skin. Feel the warm pressure of your pillow beneath your head. Feel the gentle weight of the air on your face. Each of these is a soft, kind touch, speaking gently to your network, telling it you are safe. You are held. You can rest. Let these soft messages travel slowly through you, smoothing every edge, warming every corner, carrying you gently into the deepest, most peaceful sleep. The default mode network is part of how you experience gentle nostalgia, that soft, sweet ache for a moment from your past. Nostalgia is not sad. It is warm and bittersweet. Like the last light of a summer evening, the network gently lifts old memories to the surface, polishing them with soft hands, holding them up to the candlelight so you can see them again. Tonight, if a sweet memory rises within you, let it. Let it wash over you, like a warm tide. Let it remind you of how richly you have lived, how many small treasures you carry, how full your inner world truly is. Then let the memory drift away again, gently, like a small boat returning to harbor. The harbor is quiet. The harbor is warm. And you, dear listener, are deeply asleep. The default mode network is one of the brain's quietest miracles. It is the network of self, of memory, of imagination, of empathy, of meaning. It is the soft, glowing thread that runs through everything that makes you, you. And it has been with you since long before you knew its name, humming gently in the background, tending to your inner world, weaving the soft tapestry of your life. Tonight, simply by lying still, simply by breathing slowly, simply by listening to these soft words, you are honoring this gentle miracle. You are resting in the warm light of your own inner self. You are home. You have always been home. And as the last words of this segment fade, you are drifting deeper, deeper, deeper into the long and gentle hours of soft, restorative sleep. The default mode network is gently aware of the rhythms of breath. As you breathe slowly and deeply, the network softens like a curtain swaying in a warm summer breeze. Each inhale is a soft invitation. Each exhale is a quiet release. The breath is the gentle conductor of the inner symphony, slowing the strings, hushing the horns, drawing every part of you into one soft, sleepy melody. Tonight, your breath is doing this work without your effort. It rises and falls like the tide on a moonlit beach. The network listens, swaying softly. The body listens, melting softly. The thoughts listen, fading softly. And you, dear listener, are floating on this gentle tide, drifting outward, drifting inward, drifting downward into the warm, dark, dreaming waters of the deepest, most restful sleep imaginable. The default mode network is closely tied to the soft inner sense of story. It helps you understand your own life as a kind of unfolding tale, with chapters and seasons, with quiet villains and gentle heroes, with sorrows and joys woven softly together. This is one of the kindest gifts of the network. This ability to find narrative shape in the long, scattered days of life. Tonight, your inner story is being gently bookmarked. The day is one chapter, soft and complete. Tomorrow will be another, but it has not yet been written. There is no need to read ahead. The book is closing, gently, beneath the soft hand of sleep. The bookmark is silken and warm, and you, dear listener, are setting the book down on the candlelit nightstand of your mind, sinking into the velvet pillow of dream. The default mode network seems to grow gentler and more reflective during quiet activities like knitting, gardening, or slowly stirring soup on a winter afternoon. These soft, repetitive tasks invite the network to bloom, to wander, to dream small dreams. They are the kind, ancient tasks of being human, the ones our great-grandmothers and great-grandfathers also did, in their quiet kitchens, in their small gardens, beneath their warm lamps. Tonight you are doing your own version of this gentle, ancient work. You are simply resting, simply breathing, simply tending to the soft inner garden of your mind. The work is slow, the work is kind, the work is deep, and as you do it, you are joining a long, glowing chain of sleepers, stretching back through all the gentle hours of human history, falling softly into dreams. The default mode network helps you imagine alternative paths your life might have taken. It paints soft, hypothetical scenes upon the inner wall. What if I had gone there? What if I had said that? What if I had stayed? These are not regrets. They are gifts. They are how the network helps you understand the shape of your own choices, how it gently teaches you that every road leads somewhere meaningful. Tonight, you do not need to walk down any of these soft, hypothetical paths. They are simply there, glowing gently in the inner gallery of your mind, like paintings in a quiet museum. The lights are dim, the doors are closed. The paintings will keep their colors safely until you visit them again. And you, dear listener, are leaving the museum, walking softly into the warm, starry night of sleep. The default mode network is gently quieted by the soft sound of rain. The slow rhythm of falling drops seems to whisper to the network, slow down, soften, rest. Rain is one of the network's oldest friends, an ancient lullaby that all sleeping creatures have known. Tonight, in your imagination, picture a soft rain falling on the roof above you. The drops are gentle and slow. The rhythm is steady and kind. The world outside your window is dark and cool, and the air smells of wet earth and quiet leaves. The rain is not in a hurry. It is simply falling, falling, the way it has fallen for millions of years. Your network is listening, smoothing, softening. And you, dear listener, are sleeping now, deeply, beneath the kind, ancient blessing of the rain. The default mode network is one of the slowest developing networks in the brain. It does not fully mature until well into adulthood, like a tree that takes decades to grow its widest branches. This is part of why young people see the world so differently from older ones, why their inner narratives are still being written in soft, experimental ink. Patience is the kindest gift one can give to this slowly growing network. Tonight, no matter your age, your network is exactly where it should be, growing at its own quiet pace, like a flower opening only when the moonlight is just right. There is no rush, there is no schedule. The branches will reach where they need to reach. The roots will deepen as they need to deepen. And you, dear listener, are simply resting beneath this gentle inner tree, asleep. The default mode network is connected to the soft idea of inner voice. Some people experience this voice as words, as sentences, as full conversations. Others experience it as feelings, as images, as gentle hunches. There is no right way. The inner voice speaks the language each person needs most, the way a kind friend adjusts her tone for each listener. Tonight, your inner voice is whispering very softly, almost too softly to hear. It is not telling stories. It is not asking questions. It is simply humming, like a mother humming over a sleeping child. The hum is wordless, warm, and ancient. It carries you gently downward, into the soft, dreaming waters of sleep. You do not need to listen carefully. The hum is doing the work. It always has. It always will. The default mode network is gently soothed by the soft warmth of candlelight. The flicker of a candle, the slow dance of its small, golden flame, seems to mirror the network's own quiet rhythms. This is why people have gathered around small flames for thousands of years. In caves, in cottages, in temples, in quiet bedrooms. The flame speaks a language the inner self deeply remembers. Tonight, in your imagination, picture a small candle burning softly on a wooden table. Its flame is steady and warm. Its light fills the room with a soft, golden glow. There is no draft to make it flicker. There is no hand to snuff it out. It will simply burn, gently, all through the night, watching over you. And you, dear listener, are sleeping in its kind, ancient light. The default mode network is part of how you understand the inner lives of beloved animals. When you imagine your pet's day, their small joys, their soft naps, their gentle preferences, your network gently lights up, weaving them into your inner world. Animals, in turn, seem to sense this warm attention. They settle near you. They sleep near you. They become part of the soft inner family. Tonight, if you have a beloved pet, picture them now, sleeping somewhere safe and warm. Their breathing is slow. Their dreams are soft. They are part of your gentle inner constellation, a small, glowing star in the night sky of your mind. And as you drift off, they drift off too, in the warm, shared peace of all sleeping beings, beneath the same kind, listening moon. The default mode network is sometimes most beautiful when you're walking slowly through a familiar place. The old neighborhood, the path beside the river, the hallway of a house you have known for years. These familiar places allow the network to wander freely, since the body needs no map. The inner world rises easily, like mist from a warm pond. Tonight, in your imagination, picture yourself walking slowly through a beloved place. Your steps are soft and sure. The light is warm and golden. There is no destination. The walk is the gift. As you walk, you grow sleepier with every step. Your eyelids grow heavier. Your shoulders grow softer. By the end of the path, you are barely awake. And by the time you reach the door of a small, warm cottage, you are already asleep. The default mode network gently rests in the moments after laughter. When you have laughed softly with a friend or smiled at something kind, the network glows in the warm afterlight, like the gentle glow of a sunset after a beautiful day. Joy and rest are old friends, hand in hand. The network seems to know this, treasuring the soft echoes of laughter long after the sound has faded. Tonight, recall, if you can, a small moment of laughter from the day or week behind you. A funny remark, a small misunderstanding that turned sweet, a shared smile. Hold it gently in your mind. Let its warm afterglow settle around you, like the soft pink light of a sunset over a calm sea. And let this gentle glow rock you, slowly, lovingly, into the deepest, sweetest sleep. The default mode network is part of why solitude can feel so rich and rewarding. When you are alone, in a quiet room, with no demands upon you, the network blooms in its fullest, most graceful form. This is why many people find solitude restorative, like a long, gentle drink of cool water after a hot day. The inner world stretches its wings and breathes deeply. Tonight, you're in a sweet, soft solitude. The world outside has settled. No one is asking anything of you. The room is yours. The night is yours. The breath is yours. And the inner world, vast and glowing, is opening its quiet doors, inviting you in. Step softly through. Let the doors close gently behind you, and let the inner world rock you, like a kind, ancient ocean, into the deepest sleep. The default mode network helps you find soft meaning in seemingly ordinary moments. The first sip of morning tea, the sound of a friend saying your name, the way a window catches the late afternoon light. These small moments, gathered up by the network, become the soft architecture of a meaningful life. They are the bricks of a cathedral built one quiet day at a time. Tonight, your inner cathedral is glowing in the soft light of memory. Its arches are made of small, beautiful moments. Its windows are made of glances and smiles and soft greetings. Its floor is made of long walks and kind words. Inside the cathedral, all is hushed. The candles are lit. The bells are silent. And you, dear listener, are kneeling on a soft cushion of dreams, asleep beneath the inner stained glass. The default mode network is gently calmed by the soft scent of certain things. Lavender, vanilla, fresh bread, warm cedar, old books. Scents seem to travel directly into the inner world, bypassing the busy outer mind, settling softly in the rooms of the network like fragrant smoke from a quiet incense burner. Tonight, in your imagination, choose a scent that feels gentle and kind to you. Perhaps it is the scent of a grandmother's kitchen. Perhaps it is the scent of a forest after rain. Perhaps it is the scent of clean linen. Let this scent fill the room of your imagination. Let it settle into the soft folds of your blanket, into the soft fibers of your pillow, and let it carry you, gently, into the deepest, most fragrant sleep, where dreams smell sweet and soft. The default mode network is part of how you experience the soft sense of now, even when the network is wandering through past memories or future dreams. There is always a gentle thread of presence woven through it. You are always here, even when your mind is far away. The network helps you feel this, the soft anchor of nowness, holding you steady through every drift and dream. Tonight, the soft anchor is gently lowered. It rests in the warm sand of the present moment. The boat of your mind floats above it, gentle and still. The waves are slow. The wind is soft. The stars are watching from above. And you, dear listener, are the soft, sleepy captain of this small, peaceful boat, lying back against a velvet cushion, watching the stars wheel slowly overhead, falling asleep. The default mode network is part of how you imagine your loved ones, even when they are far away. You can see them in your inner eye, doing small, ordinary things, drinking coffee, watering plants, sleeping in their own warm beds. The network keeps them close, even across great distances, the way a small, warm candle keeps its glow even on a winter night. Tonight, if there are loved ones you have not seen in some time, picture them now, softly. Picture them safe. Picture them warm. Picture them sleeping, just as you are sleeping. Let the network hold them gently in its soft inner constellation. Let your love travel to them quietly, like a small, kind moth carrying a candle's flame. And let this soft connection rock you, lovingly, into the deepest, most peaceful sleep. The default mode network gently softens during slow, repetitive movements, the rocking of a porch swing, the gentle stirring of a pot, the slow walk along a familiar path. These small, rhythmic motions seem to lull the network into its sweetest, most dreamy state. They are the ancient lullabies of the body, older than words, older than songs. Tonight, the slow rhythm of your breath is doing the same gentle work. Each inhale is a tiny rocking. Each exhale is a tiny sway. Your body is a small, warm rocking chair on a quiet porch, swaying ever so softly in the kind, dark stillness of the night. The crickets are singing far away. The stars are watching close, and you, dear listener, are rocking gently, gently, gently into the deepest sleep. The default mode network has been gently linked to a soft sense of interconnectedness, the feeling that you are part of something larger than yourself. Many people describe this feeling during quiet walks in nature, during long evenings beside the sea, during moments of soft awe beneath a starry sky. The network seems to be the soft inner door through which this feeling enters. Tonight, somewhere inside you, this gentle door is open. Through it, you can sense, faintly, the great quiet web that connects you to the trees, to the rivers, to the moon, to every other dreaming creature on the planet. The web is soft and luminous. It holds you gently. You are part of it. You always have been. And it is rocking you, lovingly, into the deepest, most connected sleep. The default mode network is part of how you experience moments of soft surprise, the gentle oh, when a small, beautiful thing catches your eye. A bird landing on a branch. A flower blooming overnight. A friend appearing unexpectedly in a doorway. The network gathers these soft surprises and tucks them, lovingly, into the inner pockets of your memory, where they glow like small, warm coins. Tonight, your inner pockets are full of these gentle treasures. You do not need to count them. You do not need to spend them. They are simply there, glowing softly, warming the lining of your inner coat. And as you sleep, they will keep your inner self warm, like small, kind hand warmers in the deep pockets of a winter walk, glowing gently all through the long, dreaming night. The default mode network is sometimes called the brain's self-portrait painter. It is forever painting and repainting the soft portrait of who you are, adjusting a brushstroke here, deepening a shadow there, adding a new highlight, softening an old line. This portrait is never finished. It does not need to be. The painting is the gift. The patient, loving brushwork is the gift. Tonight, the painter is setting down her brushes. She is wiping her hands on a soft cloth. She is stepping back to look at the portrait, smiling gently, knowing that tomorrow she will return to her work. For tonight, the painting is enough. The studio is dim. The candles are low, and the painter is curling up on a velvet sofa beside the canvas, falling, just like you, into the deepest sleep. The default mode network is gently calmed by the soft sounds of an old, beloved place, the hum of a refrigerator in a familiar kitchen, the creak of floorboards in a childhood home, the distant ticking of a grandfather clock. These soft, ambient sounds seem to whisper, "You are home. You are safe. You are known." The network listens, softens, rests. Tonight, in your imagination, picture yourself in such a place. The sounds are familiar and kind. The walls have known you a long time. The light is dim and warm. There is nothing to do, nowhere to go. The house is humming gently around you, its soft, ancient lullaby. And you, dear listener, are falling deeply asleep in this kind, familiar place, wrapped in the soft, invisible arms of being truly, deeply known. The default mode network is gently warmed by the act of remembering small acts of kindness you have given to others. The time you helped a stranger, the time you listened patiently to a friend, the time you offered a soft word when one was needed. These quiet kindnesses live forever in the inner library, glowing on the shelves like small lanterns. Tonight, recall, if you can, one small kindness you have given recently. Let it glow softly inside you. The network knows your kindness. It honors it. It treasures it. You have made the world a little softer with these acts. The world remembers. And as you sleep, this soft glow surrounds you, like a warm shawl woven of every kind thing you have ever done, rocking you, lovingly, into the deepest, most peaceful slumber. The default mode network is part of how you experience the soft ache of love. To love someone is to allow them to take up gentle residence within this inner network, to let them paint upon its walls, to let them sing in its hallways. The ache is the price of the painting and the song, but it is a sweet ache, a beautiful one, a sign that the inner home has been filled with warmth. Tonight, the inner home is full of soft music, soft paintings, soft echoes of every dear one you have loved. The lamps are dim. The hallways are quiet. The music plays at a whisper. And you, dear listener, are curled in the warmest room of this inner home, surrounded by the soft glow of every love you have ever known, falling deeply asleep. The default mode network is gently strengthened by quiet rituals. The cup of tea before bed, the small prayer at dusk, the soft moment of gratitude before sleep. These tiny rituals act like gentle handrails for the inner self, guiding it softly through each day. They do not need to be elaborate. They only need to be kind. Tonight, simply by listening to these soft words, you have created a gentle ritual of your own. You have given your network a quiet hour, a soft offering, a small, warm hand to hold. The network is grateful. It is glowing softly with thanks. And as the ritual closes, it tucks you in, lovingly, with all the care of 1,000 kind grandmothers, into the warmest, deepest, most healing sleep you have ever known. And so, dear listener, we come to the 100th gentle truth about your beautiful default mode network. This network has been with you since long before you knew its name. It has tended your inner garden through every season, woven the soft tapestry of your selfhood, held the people you love in its quiet constellation, and softened every day with its gentle, glowing work. It will be with you tomorrow and the next day and all the days to come, humming its soft, ancient song. Tonight, let it work its sweetest magic. Let it tend you deeply. Let it dream for you kindly. Let it carry you lovingly through the long and quiet hours of the night. The 100 lanterns we have lit together are glowing softly all around you, lighting your way home. And now you are sleeping deeply, peacefully, beautifully, at last. And so we have walked together, slowly and softly, through 100 quiet truths about the default mode network, the gentle, glowing inner world that lives within you. We have wandered through its soft gardens of memory, its warm halls of imagination, its candlelit rooms of selfhood. We have listened to its quiet hum, watched its silver light, felt its gentle, patient breathing. The default mode network is not a place you need to find. It has always been there, waiting like a kind old friend on the porch of your own inner home. It glows when you slow down. It blooms when you grow still. It hums when you breathe softly. It is always tending to you, always weaving the soft tapestry of who you are, always painting the inner portrait of your beautiful, dreaming life. Tonight, you have given this network a precious gift. You have given it your stillness, your slowness, your gentle attention. You have allowed it to bloom, to glow, to sing its soft lullaby. And in return, it has been tucking you, slowly and lovingly, into the warm, dreaming arms of sleep. It has smoothed the paths of your inner garden. It has lit the lanterns of your inner cathedral. It has rocked the small, peaceful boat of your mind upon the warm, dark sea of dreams. There is nothing more to do. The work is done. The inner candles are lit. The inner doors are softly closed. The inner gardener is resting beneath her favorite tree. The inner painter has set down her brushes. The inner librarian is asleep beside the warm fire. The inner storyteller has whispered her last gentle word. All of them are tucked, like you, into the long, kind hours of the night. The 100 lanterns we lit together are glowing all around you now, soft and golden, lighting the way through the meadows of dream. You are deeply, beautifully, lovingly held. And so, dear listener, our slow and soothing journey draws gently to its close. You have wandered, with me, through the quiet inner country of your own mind, past silver rivers of memory, beneath glowing constellations of selfhood, through soft gardens where moonflowers bloom only in the kindest hours of the night. You have lit 100 lanterns along the way, and each one is still glowing softly, all around you, as you rest. There is no more walking to do tonight. The path has led you home. The door of the small, warm cottage of sleep is open, and the firelight inside is soft and golden. The kettle has stopped singing. The blankets are turned down. The pillow is plumped and waiting. The kind keeper of this inner cottage, who is your own gentle mind, is smiling softly, welcoming you in for the long, sweet rest you so deeply deserve. If these slow, gentle journeys have brought you peace, you are warmly invited to return to deep sleep science whenever the night feels long, whenever the world feels loud, whenever your tired heart needs a soft place to land. A small like, a quiet subscribe, a gentle return on another sleepy evening. All of these are precious gifts that help these soothing stories find their way to other tired souls, lying in their own warm beds, beneath their own kind moons. After these final words, a soft river of music will continue, tuned gently to 432 Hz, the soft frequency that many find especially calming. It will play for you for 30 more minutes, like a kind friend humming softly at your bedside, until at last it fades, slowly, into the quiet of the night. You do not need to listen. You do not need to stay awake. You are allowed to drift, to dream, to disappear into the warm, dark waters of sleep. Your default mode network is tending to you. The lanterns are glowing. The cottage is warm. The night is kind. Good night and sleep deeply.